Happy Sunday to you all, and thank you for joining me with another cooking video. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you very much for tuning in and watching my video till the end. Yes, thank you so much. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified when your girl upload another video. Yes, or when I go live. Yes. So thanks again for another cooking video. Today I am making homemade Salisbury steak. What you would need is 2 eggs. Okay, 2 eggs. I have cut up and minced up 3 garlic cloves, a third of a piece of a green bell pepper, and I cut up smally, finely, 1/2 of a yellow onion. I have, what is this? 3-pound. This is not that big, but it's it's the hamburger meat, ground beef hamburger meat. Okay. Now I want to also let you know that you can also make the Salisbury steak using ground turkey if you don't use hamburger meat. If you choose to use ground turkey, you're going to want to use everything I said. In addition to that, you're going to want to use these breadcrumbs. And you want to get the one that says plain, okay? Because you don't want all these different flavors in your Salisbury steak, because we're going to make gravy with it, okay? So if you use ground turkey, you will need to use breadcrumbs, because the texture of ground turkey, it doesn't hold like hamburger meat, okay? So what I'm going to do is, so with the hamburger meat, you don't need that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. My kitchen shears. Make sure your hands are absolutely clean, okay? We're going to just put the hamburger meat in the bowl. Make sure your hands are clean, because with this dish, you're going to want to use your hands. Now, before my hands get really, really messy and get all this stuff on it, I'm going to go ahead and put my seasonings in, because I don't want my seasonings to be all messed up, okay, with stuff all on it. So what we're going to use is a little black pepper, maybe 2 tablespoons or to taste. Put a little bit of black pepper in here. Garlic powder. Just a tad of accent. I like accent. And seasoning all. Now with Lawry's, you have to be careful. Seasoning all is the blue one. It doesn't have a lot of salt in it. Lawry's tend to have a lot of salt. So you want to be really careful with the Lawry's, because it tends to be on the salty side. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to mash this down here like so. Make sure all the seasonings in the area here, because you want your Salisbury steak to be real seasoned, well seasoned, and you want it to have a good flavor. And I eyeball stuff, so it looks like I might have to put a little bit more pepper in. But first, let's go ahead and add our 2 eggs, 2 raw eggs. I'm going to add in our 1/2 of onion. Our garlic. And our third little piece of a bell pepper. You don't have to put a lot in here, just a little bit, just for flavor and coloring. Let's give this a nice mix. Get it all mixed in there real good. Looks like I'm just going to have to wipe my seasonings off, because I need some more. I can look at it and tell I'm going to need some more. Pepper. So again, it's to taste. I eyeball a lot of stuff. I eyeball almost everything. I will clean this off later. I'm just going to go with the accent. Give it another stir, another mix. Really good. Again, make sure your hands are clean. Absolutely clean. My seasonings were well wiped off before I started. Okay, now, next step. We're going to make our Salisbury steaks, okay? Now, the reason why I'm not using the breadcrumbs, again, hamburger meat has a different texture and it holds better. You don't need the breadcrumbs, okay? You just don't need them. So I'm going to go ahead and make the patties. Depending on how you want your patties, you just make a hamburger patty. You just make a patty, okay? Just like this. Just make a patty. Just like so. See? And you don't want them too big. You're all in the video. See? So I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of the patties and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, you guys. Here are my patties. I have 8 of them. You see that? They're just nice patties. Okay? Salisbury steak is what they call it. You guys. See? Nice little patties. I got 8 of them out of that. Okay? See that? Alright. So now I'm going to adjust the camera. We're going to move over to the stove. Just one moment. Welcome back. I'm at the stove now. I am going to use a cast iron skillet because it sears better than the non-stick does. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So here's the patties, okay? And again, I'm using a cast iron skillet because it tends to sear better, okay, than the non-stick. Place these in here. Might be able to fit 4 in. Yeah. Okay, let's let these cook. Put these right here. Let's let these cook and I'll be right back. Come back, you guys. Look at all that grease. We want to get all this grease out of here. But I turned them over. And this is how they look. You don't want to smash them too much. They're going to cook in the gravy, but you want to get them cooked through. Woo! You want to get them cooked all the way through. You don't want to fry them too hard, where they'll be scorched on the back side. But you do want them done. You don't want any blood in your gravy. Cook them really slow. Okay? So I'm gonna, this is the last batch. I went on and just cooked all of them. But this is how you want it to look. Give you a close-up. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty out this grease and get another pot that I'm gonna cook this in. I just wanted to fry them in this cast iron. I'm gonna get another pot to actually cook them in, okay? So just give me a moment. Okay, you guys, welcome back. I have my other pot that I'm going to be using, my Dutch pot here. So what we're going to do now, we are going to place our meat in the pan or skillet or that in there. Okay. Next, we're going to add our gravy, but first I'm going to put in a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. And just put them all on just a couple tablespoons all around the meat. And I have crushed or powdered bouillon. Okay, they have Maggie's bouillon that's powdered. I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this and pour that in there. And this is hot water that I added. You want to give it a good stir. And this is 2 cups of water. Have a little bit down here. Get all that out of there. See that? Pour it all in. Now we're going to add in, I have a half of a green bell pepper, a half of an onion, and I just sliced it like that. It's gonna break up. This is a half of a yellow onion. Get that spread all around there. I have 6 mushrooms that I have sliced up, cleaned and sliced up. We're gonna let that go, let that simmer. And I will be right back, you guys. This is going pretty good. Now you're gonna want to taste this because you want to make sure that your gravy has good seasoning on it as well. I did taste it. I'm gonna add just a little bit of the seasoning on. Just a little, because it needs some flavor in that gravy. I'm also gonna add a little bit of garlic powder in here. All this is to taste. We're going to add a little bit more pepper. Just a little. Give this a nice stir. Our mushrooms are going good. Our onions and bell peppers are going good. It's not done yet. Want to get all this mixed in really good. We want this to simmer. Oops, let me take this whole lid off. There we go. See that? So I'm going to let this go for a little bit more longer. I have my rice on to go with the gravy. I made greens yesterday, so we're going to have greens with it. And I will be back when this is done, okay? Okay, you guys, welcome back. Let's look at this meat and see how it's going. And it looks wonderful. So I already have put my greens on my plate and my rice. Okay. This is a quick meal and it's affordable. And it is, I wish there was smell-o-vision because it is smelling really, really good up in this kitchen. All right. So here we have it. Salisbury steak, rice. We have the onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, and collard greens mixed with, what is that? Turnip greens. Collops and turnips. Okay? We have collards and turnips there. Salisbury steak. Look at that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give this recipe a try. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.